John did not simply see images, he was drawn into a vision that revealed how power truly works behind the surface of the world. One of the angels spoke to him and said, "Come, I will show you the judgment of the great harlot who sits upon many waters." And in a moment, John was carried away, not into a palace or a throne room, but into a wilderness, a barren place, empty, exposed, a place where nothing could be hidden behind comfort or illusion. And there, rising out of that desolation, he saw her, a woman. She sat upon a scarlet beast, immense and terrible, covered in names that mocked God, names of blasphemy etched across its body like a declaration of rebellion. The beast had 7 heads and 10 horns, each one symbolizing power, authority, dominion. It moved with the weight of history itself, as if every empire that had ever risen and fallen echoed within it. And yet the woman sat above it, not afraid, not struggling, but ruling. She was clothed in purple and scarlet, colors reserved for royalty, for rulers, for those who possessed wealth beyond measure. Gold adorned her. Precious stones shimmered across her body. Pearls reflected the light. Everything about her appearance spoke of success, influence, and irresistible beauty. But what she carried revealed something deeper. In her hand was a golden cup, beautiful, crafted with precision, something that would draw anyone in. But inside was something entirely different. The cup was filled with abominations, corruption, moral decay, and the spiritual pollution of the world itself. Everything unclean, everything that distorts truth and replaces it with something easier, something more appealing. And across her forehead, written plainly, unmistakably, was her name: Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth. She was not merely an individual. She was the embodiment of a system, a force that had shaped civilizations, influenced kings, guided nations, and quietly redirected the course of history. John watched more closely, and what he saw next was even more disturbing. She was drunk, but not with wine. She was intoxicated with the blood of the saints, the blood of those who had remained faithful, those who had refused to compromise. Her power had not only seduced the world, it had silenced those who resisted it. The kings of the earth had aligned themselves with her. The nations followed. The people of the world were drawn in, not through fear, but through desire. Luxury, comfort, prosperity, control. Everything she offered seemed good on the surface. Everything seemed justified. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, truth was replaced with something more convenient. Merchants grew rich through her system. Trade expanded. Wealth flowed across the world. Entire economies became dependent on what she represented. She was not just a city. She was a network, political, economic, cultural, woven together so tightly that separating from it seemed impossible. But beneath all of it, there was a fracture. The system was not stable, because the power she relied on, the beast she rode, was never truly hers. The beast carried her, elevated her, gave her reach across the earth, but it had its own nature, its own purpose, its own loyalty. And then suddenly, everything changed. The same powers that had supported her, the beast, the horns, the kings, turned against her. Not gradually, not subtly, but violently. They stripped away her wealth. Everything that made her appear untouchable was torn from her. Her influence was exposed for what it truly was. They devoured what she had built. The systems collapsed, the networks broke, the illusions shattered, and in the end, they burned her with fire. The great city, symbol of power, wealth, and dominance, was destroyed in a single hour. What seemed permanent was gone almost instantly. Smoke rose into the sky, thick and undeniable. The kings of the earth stood at a distance. They did not rush in to help. They did not try to stop it. They watched, afraid, knowing that what destroyed her could just as easily destroy them. The merchants wept, not out of compassion, but because their wealth had vanished. The system that sustained them was gone, and with it, everything they depended on. Ships stood still. Trade halted, the flow of goods, money, influence, all of it stopped. And a voice echoed across it all. Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. In a single moment, everything she represented collapsed. The beauty, the wealth, the influence, the control. Gone. Because what is built on corruption cannot sustain itself forever. What opposes truth can rise, it can spread. It can dominate for a time, but it cannot last. And what remains is the question the vision leaves behind. If Babylon is not just a city, but a system that shapes how people think, live, and trade, would we recognize it while we are still living inside it? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And while you're here, click on the video you see on screen to keep watching. Your support helps this channel grow and keeps content like this coming. I'll see you in the next one.